you have people all over this country that have legitimate grievances over land rights, over the application of their own law, over interpretations or misinterpretations of Supreme Court decisions, all of these things. Not to mention the daily struggle of living as an Indigenous person in this country with the levels of violence and poverty and so forth. And you have people now that are expressing that. And the Prime Minister is singularly focused on this supposed rule of law, which is basically just demanding that Indigenous peoples follow in line with the decisions of the Supreme Court and other courts in this country, with no consideration at all of the context of those decisions in history and in the lived experience of our people. And so the Prime Minister is doing a hands-off approach, farming the problem off to the provinces, when at its basic root, it's a federal responsibility to relate to Indigenous peoples. Everyone that I've seen around that fire, everyone that I've talked to in Kahnawake, does not want a repeat of 1990. That's been said, and that's true. That's not a political line. Everybody in Kahnawake remembers, everybody of a certain age in Kahnawake remembers what it was like. Nobody wants to live through that again. But at the same time, everybody knows that we only exist here because we resist. Are Quebecers willing to throw away 30 years of cooperation with Mohawks and go back to 1990? Because that's what would happen if people got their way, who are the hard line. They don't understand how much interaction and engagement has been created in the 30 years since. So we have a good situation here. It's not perfect, but we don't have the kind of conflict we had in the 80s and in the 90s, right? And if people want to say, oh, the SQ is going to go and do this and do that, well, that would take us back 30 years, I think. And people in Kahnawake don't want that to happen.